Hi all! Everything in my video is pulled from the public domain and I am using them under the Fair Use, Fair Dealings guidelines. Everything that I say is my own opinion. You should look into this information for yourselves, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. You guys, I swear to God, I keep trying to make these short 3 and 4 minute videos during the week, but it's just not working out for me. So once again, for those who like shorter videos, I'm sorry. And for those who like longer videos, here you go. Well, I was reading this article from Blind Gossip and it really just opened my eyes to a lot of things. Like, for instance, you might have assumed that Harry and Meghan were fighting to keep their status because they wanted to work with these organizations that gave them prestige and a connection with his family and with his country, but no. What actually was going on was she saw going to all these places as work, and that it was unpaid work that benefited his family and made his family look good, and she thought that it just wasn't worth it because she wasn't getting paid. So then the question was brought up, well, then why didn't she force a clean break a year ago? And the response was she had to set everything up. She had to have the title. She had to have him. She needed to stretch things out to set herself up. Then you go forward a year, right? She has the deals locked down because with their titles, she could get any meeting she wanted. She had him because she's broken the connection between him and his family with distance, and he doesn't see them or talk to them every day anymore. So now it's just she and the children. She's basically isolated him. Now, this article basically insinuates that she wanted to extend the deadline because she wanted to put some more irons in the fire, but the stalling tactics didn't work. So the summit was going ahead, and she knew that she wasn't going to be involved in those meetings. So I think she prepped Harry for what was going to happen at the meeting. And she told him, quote, the only thing he had to do was make sure they kept their titles, because they were the key to the life they were building. Not that he wanted to keep the titles that she thought were, so important. The truth is, Meghan wanted more money, more celebrity events. She wanted to be in the movies. She wanted to go to movie premieres. She wanted to make money from appearances. And Harry didn't have enough internal fortitude to put her in her place. Now, there's been a lot of talk about why doesn't the Queen strip them from their titles? Well, apparently it's not that easy. Now, the Queen could issue something called a letters patent, and that would take the HRH, but that doesn't touch the Duke or Duchess titles. So technically, Meghan doesn't have a title. She is sharing Harry's title. The peerage was created for Harry, not Harry and Meghan. So it's for Harry and male descendants, and it can be removed by an act of parliament. Now, if you go back to 1917, there's a Title Deprivation Act which removed peerages from members of the British royal family who were Germans and who were enemies of the state. And that was created in the first place to address the position of British nobles who fought against the United Kingdom. And since Harry hasn't taken up arms against the United Kingdom, you just can't take his title. So a formal request to remove the titles would have to be put into Parliament through a bill, and then it would have to go through the legislative process, and then the Queen has to decide whether or not to allow it. Now, as you can see above, there are many stages of a bill, but listen, this can be done. So hey, all you people over in the UK, do a little digging for me, would you? Find out how to get a bill going. Because I have to tell you, if it went through Parliament and landed on the Queen's desk, I do believe she would sign it. Now, in another update, it just was reported that Oprah actually spent 2 days interviewing Harry and Meghan after she flew in on her private jet. So my first question is, did Harry lecture her about the use of private jets and the carbon footprint? I'm going to say no to that. Now, here's the interesting thing that I got out of the article that I read is that they are airing this on Sunday night because she said that this primetime broadcast, which will affect the Commonwealth Day service, is the loudest way she'll get her voice back. I can't figure out when she lost her voice. So essentially, I was right in saying that that was done deliberately. It was. Buckingham Palace officials were very mad because apparently they were hoping to keep this a secret and they were going to give their information about not returning on Oprah, which would have blindsided Buckingham Palace. That's why they were so mad when they found out what they were planning. And because the royal family got tipped off, Oprah is now having to recut the interview, re-edit it. So all the drama of what happened between Harry and the Queen is going to be in this interview. Now, the Commonwealth service has been canceled due to COVID, so instead, the Queen is going to air a special program. And this spot is going to air the same day as Harry and Meghan's and in the UK before Harry and Meghan's airs. Let me tell you, the Queen is a smart cookie because she's going to get on there. She's probably going to say all the right things and be super nice, which she is. And then Harry and Meghan are going to come on and probably going to blow it big time. This interview with Oprah is literally going to make it or break it for them. I don't think they realize how important it is. The reality is that Meghan and Harry are not A-listers like Beyonce or even the Kardashians. I mean, we know he's Diana's son, but beyond that, most Americans don't know what they're doing. And once again, I'll repeat myself. She tried to tell her side through Omid Scobie and it didn't go well. And it's been reported that what she wants is for people to understand what she's about and then like her and then want to click on their Netflix projects or their podcasts. The truth is she's very self-serving. People have seen it and they just don't like her and they know that she's going to use her son. And once again, I'm tooting my own horn here. How many times did I tell you that every time it benefits them, they'll pull Archie out, only for gain? It's being reported that they're going to have charming footage of Archie at home. The problem is there's no proof it's Archie. So if you guys want to screw with their ratings, just pass this little nugget of information along. Do not watch it, and the next day watch the rerun on YouTube. Done, easy peasy. Just to throw this in here, who here thinks that William should tell Harry not to bother to fly back for the Diana statue unveiling? I mean, we all know he hasn't been able to come back due to COVID and he won't bring his child for his grandparents to see, but I guarantee you if Philip dies, he'll be on the first plane over. I want to quickly address, you guys keep talking about Charles is going to pay for Harry and Meghan. He's always paying for them. And as you can see, as of March of last year, when they left initially, Charles did expect to pay for their security. Then an article came out about June that said that Charles brings in $26 million a year and he can't afford to pay Harry and Meghan $2 million a month for their security. In September, Harry and Meghan signed with Netflix, and at that point they stopped taking money from Charles, supposedly. I mean, obviously they got millions because they were able to pay off Frogmore, so I guess they told Charles, don't bother, we're good. So I'm sure you guys are thinking, $26 million, oh my God, that's so much money. But he has bills that probably eat up most of that money. He's got, hired help, he's got gardens, he's got bills. His finances were hit hard by COVID as well, so I don't know that he financially can afford to funnel any money to them. Now, on another quick update, let's look at Doria, because has anybody noticed that she's literally fallen off the planet? You don't hear anything about her. Now, it's been suggested, allegedly, she's in prison, but I did a state and a federal search and there's no record of her. However, I did find a record where she did spend 4 years in prison for financial fraud. A little scary when you consider she's now the CEO and chief financial officer of some nursing home somewhere with millions of dollars. I hope somebody's keeping an eye on that. They're, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. I have one more last update courtesy of Lulu LA on Twitter. In the event you're not following this young lady, you really should. Anyway, she pointed something out very important that I had missed. It wasn't that long ago that Meghan Markle went on and said that there's so much misinformation on the internet, that they're misquoting things. We need to put a stop to this. We need to clean it up. So has anybody else noticed that once again, she and Harry are doing the do as I say, not as I do routine? Because on Monday, they announced that they were going to be interviewed by Oprah. But as you can see by this article, Oprah interviewed them on the Wednesday and Thursday night before this all went down. If it hadn't been for that television producer tipping off the Queen, oh my God. This is just like her giving false information about when the baby is due. And the obvious point that I'm making is until these two stop putting out misinformation, they need to stop lecturing the rest of us. For those people who've written to me to ask if I'm using the coffee fund to buy my coffee, here's a picture. As you can see, yes, I am. And it's delicious. Thank you. I'm still waiting on the extra money to build up, though, so that we can hit the animal shelter with our donations. I want to end this video by throwing out my best wishes to Prince Philip. I guarantee you the stress of everything Harry and Meghan are doing has probably contributed to his illness. And just to show you the humility and the sense of humor at this man, here's a video.
The Queen and the Duke certainly do seem particularly at ease here. It was the Duke himself who decided that they should spend the actual day of their anniversary on Malta. For this very private of public couples, quite a romantic gesture.
So don't forget to leave your thoughts and comments below. Email me, SueSmith1112 @Yahoo. Follow me on Twitter @LongSally. It's all in the description box above. Don't forget that coffee fund. And as always, you guys have a great day.